What's going on, everybody? This video is about the importance of slowing down your mind and your body. If you haven't seen I suppose you could call it a two-part series about how radicalization. Well, it's not really a two-part series, but my video that I just released, how to remove or diminish radicalization from your life. There was a part about it that talked about why slowing down is important. In your life, and how to sort of do this. So how do you do this? How do you slow down? Because, saying something and doing it is a totally different thing. So how do you slow yourself down? One way is to slow your movements of your body. Slowing your movements of your body, well, before I get into that, because I didn't really mention that, but because what slowing down does is it calms your mind down. And you actually have better decision-making process overall. From what I can tell from doing this, you have a better decision-making process going forward. So how do you slow down? Right, when you're moving around, when you're moving in your body or whatever it is, slow that movement down a little bit. Just slow it down a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot of slowing down. I mean, you can do that too. That really slows you down and calms you down. That's one way of doing it. When you're talking to something or somebody or someone, or you're typing on your phone or whatever, what you can do is you can slow that action down really slow. And what that does is that calms your mind down too, because what I've noticed is that when you're speaking or when you're talking to somebody, like what I'm doing right now, I'm talking to you on this video. What I've noticed is that if you're talking fast, your mind struggles to keep up and you end up forgetting things. I've done this many, many times when making videos. That's why it seems like I repeat myself a lot on this channel, because I do talk really fast. Because I want to try and get these messages out, but I go a little too fast sometimes. So that's why the importance of slowing down is important, because it calms your mind, and your mind is able to think clearer. And you're able to stay more present when you're slowing down your speech. And people might be able to understand you a little better as well. And you can understand yourself better because you understand your ideas a little more. And you can, try and you can explain it a lot better later because you know what you're talking about now. Another way is to, slow your mind down when you're thinking. You can control how you're thinking to some extent, and the way to do that is just to slow down your thoughts. Why am I thinking so fast? It's because I'm trying to rush to something. Your mind is always trying to rush to the future. It does not seem to appreciate the now very much. So what you do is you slow down your thinking. I mean, there's like a million different ways of doing this. One way is to concentrate on your breathing. Slow your breathing down. That's another way of doing this. Slow your speech down when you're talking to somebody, and slow your body down. And why is this important? I'm going to give you some examples of why this is important that I've just actually found today. When I was taking the dog out today, normally when I take the dog out, he really does not like to be taken outside. And I never really understood why until today, I suppose. I mean, I still don't exactly know why, but I think I have an idea now. And what I ended up doing is because he does normally struggle to get away from me when I try to put the leash on him. So what I did was I said, maybe I should just slow down a little bit. Maybe I'm just going too fast and he's getting a little too nervous. So I slowed down a little bit, and guess what happened? He didn't struggle at all. He may have struggled a little bit, but not nearly as much as he normally does. He doesn't like bite me or anything or scratch me, but he tries to just run away because he doesn't like the leash, I guess. Or maybe he just doesn't, maybe I'm just going a little too fast for him. And the same thing happened later when I was walking around with him. Normally what happens is I'm walking behind him because I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to do. I don't want him to go into outside too far and find himself on the road or whatever, so I have to try to keep track of what he's doing. And normally he tries to walk further and further away from me because I guess he's nervous. So what I did was I slowed down and I just like kneeled down kind of like behind him and started petting him and stuff like that. And he didn't like run away. So I guess my slowing down did actually help. So slowing down is actually more effective, I think, than actually like doing things the way we normally do things, because it requires consciousness. Basically, what this means is it just requires more awareness. You have to be aware. Are you going a little too fast right now? Maybe you should slow down. Maybe slow down your speech, slow down your body movements, and try and just, maybe you slow down your thinking a little bit. You may not think that you have control over how fast you're thinking, but you have more control over that than you would think. I mean, it's not complete or full control, but it's definitely control. And so that is the importance of slowing down.
Speech on. Settings active. Wozniak Jr. Close activate default. Wozniak Jr. Artist name. The Wisdom 621.
There's a lot that I could talk about with this video.
Twitter now. Jessica Eaton retweeted. At Gary V. One man's oath.
So there's a lot that I could talk about here because it's a very interesting topic. But I think I'll just leave it there because I pretty much covered it. And
6:39. Finish recording.
If you do want to slow down, just slow down your body movements. It's probably one of the easiest way of doing this. Slow down your speech if you're talking to somebody. Slow down your thoughts if you're thinking a little too much. Because what the mind does is it gives you what I like to call busy work. Basically, what this means is that your mind is like, go, busy. Gotta do things for the future. And that don't get me wrong, that's important. But what it does is it does that by making you rush around, so you end up forgetting things and doing things ineffectively. So slowing down is an important aspect to. I wouldn't necessarily say maturity or wisdom, but it helps you become more wise and mature. So, anyways, this is the Wisdom Matrix. I hope you like this video. If you do like it, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. And if you got some kind of benefit from this video, share it with other people so they can get the same kind of benefits as you did. This is the Wisdom Matrix, and I'll see you on the next video.